Stepsons, in this video I'm going to show you how to mow the lawn. Stepsons, the most important piece of equipment you need to mow the lawn is, of course, the lawnmower. So here is our lawnmower, not new, but it's lasted a long time. It's been a good mower and it's still kicking. You can actually see the video we did last year on changing the oil and sharpening the blade, and there is maintenance you need to do on a mower. We're not going to cover that in this video. We're just going to go over mowing the lawn. So first thing you do is get the lawnmower ready to go. We store ours with the handle collapsed so that it doesn't take as much room in the garage. So the first thing is to extend the handle and then snug it down. And you just fold it over like that and tighten these handles down so that the handle is firm. Before we run the mower, there's two things we want to check. One is the oil level, and on this one we do that here, and the other one is the gas, to make sure we've got gas in the mower so it can run to mow the lawn. Otherwise we have to stop midway through and put gas in it. Now I'm looking at this and it actually looks overfull, but always wipe it off first and then check it after you've wiped it off. Thread it down, pull it back up, and then it's right in the range where it's supposed to be. Right, almost to the full, not quite. So the oil's good. And the fuel, we just look in there and I can see that it's almost full. So we're good as far as that goes too. On this mower, it has a priming bulb here, and you'll notice on here it says when it's cold start, which it is right now, you press this 3 times and that helps prime gasoline into the carburetor so that it will start easier. Once you've done that, you can do the pole start and you should be good to go. So before we go ahead and fire up the lawnmower, one thing you want to think about is how you're going to mow the lawn. If you haven't had an older brother or someone show you how to do it, then you can just go plan how you want to do it yourself. There's a couple different ways you can do it. Just do a square and work your way inside, or what I like to do is have a little bit of a pattern when I'm done. So I do the border around it and then I just cut back and forth at a diagonal. It kind of makes it look nice when it's done. It's not the most efficient way, but it's not that inefficient either. So with that, let's go start the mower and get mowing before the sun goes down. In order to start it, this has a safety feature like most lawnmowers do, where you have to hold that down the whole time or the blade will stop running. So that has to be held down and then you can pull this to start it. There's one other lever on this, and that's this one here. This mower has self-propelled front wheels, so if you squeeze that, the front wheels will turn. But you don't need to use that to start it. So now we just hold this down and fire it up. At some point as you're mowing, you're going to find out that the bag is full, and this one's full. Usually you can see by a little trail of grass not following the side of your wheels or something. In this case, to empty this one, you lift that up, pull it over. I put the extra in the bag, and then you go dump it. And you get to go do it again. Wait a minute. What if you don't want to bag the grass? Will the mower do something different then? Let me show you that. I'm showing you on this mower because that's what we have. But Johnny, if you don't want to bag your grass, you can take the bag off on most mowers. In this case, this mower has a little attachment that goes inside there. Let me show you. You take the bag off. This attachment goes into the discharge area in the rear and keeps the grass going around on the inside. And it sits in like that, and then that closes. Now it's just going to be a mulching mower. So that's one option. Mulching really only works if you've got a good sharp blade, or even a mulching blade, which sometimes has two blades going at 90 degrees from each other to chop the grass even more. If the grass gets too tall, mulching doesn't work so well. I prefer to bag the grass in the summer or when it's growing really well. In the heat of the summer, sometimes we don't because it doesn't grow as much. With this attachment in, it would be a mulching setup for this particular mower. Now there's one other option, and that's the side discharge. Let me show you that. So with that rear block in, it's set up for mulching. If I want to discharge to the side and not bag, I unlock this feature on this mower, lift this up, and there's another attachment that comes with this that goes underneath those two things, holds that open and controls the discharge so it goes out to the side. When you're doing it with a side discharge, you want to make sure when you're mowing the lawn, you mow it in the direction so that it's going to blow the grass, the cut grass, back onto the lawn as much as possible. Otherwise you got to go sweep or blow off the sidewalk or wherever you blow the cut grass. So these are two options besides the bagging the grass that I usually do. Let's get back to mowing the lawn now. Alright, Stepsons, hopefully you saw how I mow the lawn with the lawnmower, but we're not done yet. Because if you'll notice some areas like along the edge of the planter boxes, there's still grass growing up, or along the edge of the fence. So we're going to take the weed whacker and go trim the edges now. Stepsons, remember, we're not done until we've cleaned up and put away. So we've mowed the lawn, we've emptied the grass clippings out of the bag. I like to leave it so that it's ready to go next time when I come to it. So I'm going to go ahead and add the gas so that I know I've got enough to mow it next time I need to mow. So we're going to put that in. And then call that good. In this case too, I like to break the handles back down again so that it doesn't take as much room up in the garage when we store it. Now we're ready for next time. Johnny, hopefully you learned some things about mowing the lawn in this video today. If you want to see the video on how to change the oil on the mower and sharpen the blade, then you can watch that one here. If you like this, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Share this channel with others that you may know that are growing up without a dad that might get some value out of this. Always remember the two messages I want you to get from every video. You can succeed even though your dad may not be in your daily life. And always remember your stepdad loves you. I'll see you on the next video. So remember, we're not done. Wait a minute, am I in this one? I shouldn't be filming this in the front yard. In the heat of the summer. Sometimes we just mulch. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.